doesn't feel like a Friday night.
It's a Thursday.
It's a Thursday. We have a special edition of Thursday Night Football. The Southwest Eagles hosting the Brawley Wildcats in an important Imperial Valley League football game on a Thursday night. And I'm Carroll, with me John Driffle, and technical assistance being provided this evening by Kurt Hoffman and Gabe Lemus, our producer-engineer. High school football on AM 1230 KXO Centro and on the World Wide Web at KXORadio.com. Brought to you by Flautas y Sopes, by R&K Air Conditioning, Derma's Floor Coverings, La Fonda Restaurant, Tyler Gallagher Insurance, Stan's Auto Body, The Town Pump and Brownie's Diner, Hacienda Snack Bar, McNeese Mart, Imperial Valley College, the Imperial Irrigation District, Broken Yoke Cafe, Julie Oliver of Dickey Insurance Services, and by the CB Stop in Calexico. The Eagles coming off a tough loss to the Central Spartans last week in the city championship game, an emotional game, and John Driffle set the stage.
Well, last week, Central and Southwest met right here on this field for the city championship game, and could have been a completely different game except for turnovers. The first two possessions, Southwest fumbled. The second one returned all the way to the 1 yard line after the first one led to a score. So Southwest was in a big hole to start with. Little different totally opposite teams here. Brawley 5-2, Southwest 2-5, and currently on a 3-game losing streak. Southwest started the year losing to West Hills and Cibola, and then they won 2 straight, beating Kof and Yuma, and then now they've lost 3 straight. Granite Hills, Palo Verde, and then Central last week. Brawley, meanwhile, they lost to Gila Ridge, beat Indio, then lost to Yuma Catholic, so they actually started the year 1-2. And it's been a while since Brawley had started any football season 1-2. But they've now won 4 straight games, beating Cibola by a point, then walking all over Kof as everyone else has this year, beating Imperial by a touchdown, and then beating Palo Verde the week after Palo Verde beat these same Eagles. So we have comparison scores. You would think that Brawley should be the favorite, and I'm sure they are. But Southwest has been playing good defense all year, despite some of the high numbers that they've given up. Most games they've been in. And the 2 games that they won, they actually won by a combined total of 6 touchdowns. So Southwest has some firepower. They're very well coached and disciplined on defense. Their defensive backfield usually plays quite well. It's just last week the offense dug them a hole that they couldn't get out of.
Well, we'll have more of our pregame festivities coming up on our pregame show on KXO.
Flautas y Sopes. Delicious, authentic Mexican food. Just $6.49 for a dozen flautas. Combo meals for any appetite. With 3 locations in the valley. 715 Cesar Chavez Boulevard in Calexico. 1531 Ford Drive next to Foods for Less in El Centro. And 1622 South 4th Street next to Soul Market in El Centro. Open Monday through Saturday 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sundays 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. in Calexico and 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. in El Centro. Don't forget you can go online for our menu and call in your order ahead of time. Flautas y Sopes. The real deal.
No matter what you need to keep your home cool and comfortable, R&K Air Conditioning has it. From complete TempStar cooling systems to the latest in Wi-Fi capable thermostats, we have everything you need to stay comfortable. That's why you should make R&K Air Conditioning your first and only call for your cooling needs. Call 760-353-7570 or find us online at rkair.net. TempStar, quality you can feel.
At Tyler Insurance, we're proud to have served Imperial Valley's businesses and families since 1921. Now, as part of Gallagher, we're committed to bringing you the same team and exceptional service with expanded offerings in insurance, risk management, and consulting services. Together, we're dedicated to helping your business and your community face their future with confidence. Visit ajg.com/Tyler to learn more about our new partnership with Gallagher.
Ray at Derma's Floor Covering would like to take this opportunity to say thank you, Imperial Valley, for your patronage. Derma's Floor Covering has been in business since 1978, working hard to satisfy customers with exceptional products and outstanding service. They're doing something right at Derma's Floor Covering, so if you're looking to replace your flooring, stop by Derma's Floor Covering and see the latest styles from the Shaw Floor Gallery, a gallery that will inspire you. Derma's also offers free estimates valley-wide. Stop by 220 North J Street in Imperial.
High school football from Southwest High School in El Centro, California. The Southwest Eagles, the Brawley Wildcats. It's Eagle Field on the campus of Southwest High School. The Eagles marching band every year gets bigger and bigger, along with their tall flags and their pom-pom. The dance team, I think it is. Anyway, I was busy playing football. I didn't have a chance to watch the girls. Besides, I went to an all-boys high school. The game, as we've said, it's a Thursday. The crowd rather sparse. Tomorrow's a school day, a work day. So, we don't anticipate as big a crowd as we had last week. Last week, with the city championship, both sides of the field were full. And tonight, well, between the wind and the fact that it's a Thursday night, school night, work night, a few less bodies in the stands. But that won't dampen the enthusiasm on the field, John.
No, and Carroll, we've had our first turnover. You were thinking of trying to name the girls out there with the pom-poms. That's because we got distracted. It is so windy tonight that one of the cheerleaders didn't have a good grip on a pom-pom, and the wind caught it. 30 yards later, it was tumbling down the field, and so it took her a while to chase it down and bring it back. So our first turnover of the night, we're going to credit to the Southwest cheerleaders.
The Wildcats are on the field, and I cannot but mention Galen Kent's famous line describing the Wildcat uniforms, Team Coppell. The colors that the Coppell department stores use in for their imaging, right, John?
Yes, you got the yellow and the blue, and they wear different combinations this season. Yellow helmets, white tops, blue pants. That appears to be their away jerseys, and we'll see them again in a couple weeks in the Bell game.
And we're looking forward to that. That's 2 weeks away, and I don't care what anybody's record is, what the situation is. It's the Bell game. The game tonight, that's the first order of business. And if I'm on the Wildcats sideline, I'm going to be saying, hey, this is a very good Southwest team. They've had trouble moving the football, but their defense is very, very good. And the problem is their offense has given the other team, the opposition, short field position most of the games that we've seen, John.
Right, that's exactly correct. And Southwest defense is tough. Now, they blitz a lot. We've heard wonderful things about the super freshman quarterback for Brawley, Ethan Gutierrez. And I'm going to be interested to see how Brawley and Coach John Self, who, in my opinion, is the dean of the coaches here in the Valley, tremendous football talent and ability, and not only does he have it, but he displays it and is able to transfer it to his kids. His teams are always ready to play. But I'm going to be interested to see how Southwest, with their blitzing on every down, they usually send 5 and 6 minimum. If Brawley's going to do anything different or just run their regular offense and feel that they can handle it. Brawley has always prided themselves on their offensive line and their zone blocking. So I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the game with you, and I really expect to see kind of a chess match, too, between the coaches. John Haynes has already proved that he knows defense. John Self obviously knows offense and defense, but I want to see what he's going to do against the blitz packages that Southwest always comes with when they're playing an opposition.
Well, we'll be back with more on our pregame show. The Eagles and the Wildcats coming up.
When you crave Mexican food, are you not sure where to go? I'll give you a suggestion. La Fonda Bar and Grill. Yes, the Camacho family is still doing it right with freshly made Mexican food. From enchiladas to special quesadillas, and everything is handmade. And of course, Miss Camacho, she still comes in to make sure everybody's favorite chili rellenos are there. La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro. Open Wednesday through Monday for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Day in and day out, your publicly owned Imperial Irrigation District proudly delivers low-cost, reliable energy service to its customers in the Imperial valleys. When compared to other power providers, IID's residential, commercial, and governmental customers all save up to 50% on their monthly energy bills. That's because IID is committed to more than just delivering power. IID is committed to you. IID, where customers come first.
Bo and his team of employees at Stan's Auto Body are constantly striving on giving you 100% satisfaction on getting your vehicle repaired and fixed right. Stan's Auto Body is grateful from the support that they hear and being rated #1 with CarWise.com. Yes, accidents are disturbing, and Stan's Auto Body is here for you. Stan's Auto Body works with all insurance companies. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
I don't worry anymore about getting stranded with my car breaking down.
Why is that?
That automotive class I took at Imperial Valley College not only prepared me to fix my own car, it also prepared me for a new career in automotive repair.
I like the way you think. I've always wanted to become a welder.
Then check out these and other IVC career education classes at imperial.edu.
We're just minutes away from kickoff in an important Imperial Valley League matchup. The Eagles and the Wildcats, the Brawley Wildcats, the Southwest High School Eagles. You mentioned, John, Brawley in with a 5-2 record, 2-0 in league. You can reverse the numbers. A mirror record for Southwest, 2-5 overall, 0-2 in league. Last year, it was Brawley beating the Eagles 38-0, and John Self would like nothing better than that to happen again tonight. One of the things, and we have always said about the Wildcats, they are, as you mentioned, well coached. They are probably physically the best conditioned and the strongest of the teams that are playing in the IVL. And part of it has to do with the dedication and year-round efforts that Wildcat football players are willing to put in. And it shows, particularly towards the end of the game, where their offensive line is physically stronger than the opposition more often than not. And it's been a hallmark of Wildcat teams pretty much as long as I've been watching them, and that's some 40 years. The Wildcats are willing to put in that time and that effort to make it happen. It's Parents' Night. They've already had the ceremonies introducing the players and their parents, and we're waiting for the Eagles to come out on the field, and then we'll get ready for a kickoff.
McNeese Smart is your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get you through your day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or be the office for your next party with their giant 52-inch pizza. Daily specials on selected foot-long subs for only $6. Yes, McNeese Smart is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
When you're hungry and you want delicious home-style cooking, there are 2 locations in the Imperial Valley that have the best. Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley, open 7 days a week, 5:30 a.m. to 3 p.m., offering delicious breakfast and lunch entrees, including ribeye steak, liver and onions, and meatloaf every Tuesday. The Original Town Pump in Westmoreland is open 4 p.m. till 9 p.m. They're closed Mondays. Brownie's Diner in Brawley and the Original Town Pump in Westmoreland.
Well, we're playing a Thursday night game, and one of the reasons is there is a shortage of officials, and there are just not enough officials for the 5 games in one night. So they've moved to a Thursday night.
Hi, this is Julie Oliver. As your local Allstate agent, providing protection that fits your life, I am committed to learning about your needs and personalizing protection to meet them. Contact me at 760-353-5800. That's 353-5800.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Life insurance offered through Allstate Life Insurance Company and Allstate Assurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois, and American Heritage Life Insurance Company, Jacksonville, Florida.
Start the day off right by having breakfast at Broken Yoke Cafe. Once again voted best breakfast in the Imperial Valley by our customers. Thank you. Remember, Broken Yoke strives every day to bring you great service and great food. Still preparing everything fresh daily. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Log on to Broken Yoke Cafe and join the club or order your meal online. Broken Yoke Cafe on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical California high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the California Interscholastic Federation and the California State Athletic Directors Association.
It is high school football. We're live on KXO El Centro, California, and on the World Wide Web at KXORadio.com. Tonight, it's the only football game in town. Tomorrow night, there's action all over the valley. To include Holtville will host the Mountain Empire Redhawks. Vincent Memorial and Calapat will tee it up. The Palo Verde Yellow Jackets will be in Calexico to take on the Bulldogs. And a special treat tomorrow night, the Imperial Tigers and the Central Spartans, Mickey Dale, George Grijalva, and they will be live on AM 1230 KXO as well as on the web. So a big night for Mickey and George. They'll be on live on the radio as well as the web. One thing we should point out also, as soon as our game is over, the broadcast is available as a podcast on our website. And you can just click on it. You can go back and listen. And, they're there. You can go back and listen to games from a couple of years ago. And that same is true for the Imperial Tiger football games that are normally on the web and then immediately available as a podcast. There is football going on. Kansas City leads Denver 20-6. We understand Patrick Mahomes is out with a leg injury, and Kansas City favored in that game, leading Denver 20-6 at the half. And in New York City, it's Houston 3 and the Yankees 1. The Astros up 2-1 in that best-of-7 American League Championship Series. We will do our best to keep you up to date on the baseball and the Thursday night football, NFL football games. Obviously, we're not going to be able to do much for high school football games because, hey, we got the only game in town. Coming up, we've got a kickoff on a windy Thursday night from Eagles Field on the campus of Southwest High School.
The 2019 edition of high school football is on the air. Tonight's game on AM 1230 KXO El Centro and on the World Wide Web at KXORadio.com is brought to you by La Fonda Bar and Grill in El Centro, the CB Stop in Calexico, Hacienda Snack Bar and Catering in Brawley, Julie Oliver of Dickey Insurance Services, the Hopeville Athletic Club, Stan's Auto Body in El Centro, McNeese Smart at Dogwood and Maine El Centro. We're just about ready for the kickoff, so let's go out to the field live with Carroll, Buckley and John Driffle.
We told you it was a windy night. Brawley will kick off, and they will kick off going left to right, and the ball won't stay on the tee, so somebody's got to put their finger on top of that ball and let Javier Pereira kick it off. He does, and it goes deep. It's fielded at about the 5-yard line out to the 10. Across field, gets a block, looking at the 15, turns up, tries to cut and slips, and goes down. It is Enders, Joseph Enders, on the return. And on that cut, feet just kind of went out from underneath him. I'm going to run over to the bench and have them put some taller cleats on for me, John.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. Enders, again, running from sideline to sideline instead of straight up the field, actually was not going to get much further than where he slipped down.
O'Gean. Hands off. This is Joshua Enders. Joshua Enders sweeps a right sideline, is pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. A flag flies in behind the play.
Yeah, Enders was about 10 yards out of bounds, almost to the track, when he was finally pushed. So we're going to get a late hit on Brawley after a big run. About 13 yards on the run, and it looks like another 15 is going to be tacked on.
J.J. Jackson steps it off. So, a 13-yard run, a 15-yard penalty. It'll be Eagles ball, 1st and 10, on their own 47-yard line. Nathan O'Gean from the shotgun. He's got Joshua Enders right next to him. Double wide on the left side. High snap. He brings it down and then is smothered. As we saw that several times last week, John, that high snap, and it puts O'Gean in a very uncomfortable position. Jaden Figueroa was the first one in there. Nathan Torres also coming in.
Yeah, Southwest right up on the line of scrimmage, ready to go.
2nd and 17. And a little bit of a razzle-dazzle on the reverse. From Joshua Enders to Joseph Enders. Enders crosses the line of scrimmage, gets it out to the 45, loses the ball, but is able to cover it himself. And he picks up about 5. It'll be 3rd and 12.
It could have been disastrous there, as Enders was actually splitting the two would-be tacklers who kept their position, did not get sucked in with the double reverse. So Southwest looking at 3rd and long here.
As we mentioned, a strong wind, it will affect a passing game. Back to pass, O'Gean dumps it off short, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Joseph Enders. Incomplete. It'll bring up 4th and 12, and an obvious punting situation.
After a very promising first down play that netted 13 yards plus 15 more on the penalty, the bad snap set him back. And as you mentioned, Carroll, we saw that last week. We saw it against Granite Hills. Just little mistakes like that Southwest has had trouble dealing with all year.
High snap, brings it down, gets it away. A short kick, doesn't turn over, but it bounces at the 42. It'll be down at the 40. Wildcats take over 1st and 10 on their own 40-yard line. Freshman, you heard me, freshman Ethan Gutierrez will bring his team out. He's got Blake Krigbaum right behind him. Krigbaum, we figure, about 5'8", about 220?
Yeah, he's just a spark plug of a running back, and we were impressed with him last year. Now, Moreno was their featured back last year, so Krigbaum took a second seat to him, but not this year. Moreno's graduated, and Krigbaum has filled in admirably.
Gutierrez puts a man in motion. Somebody jumped, and
this is very uncharacteristic of Brawley. It looks like they're going to be called for a motion after the personal foul on the first running play by Southwest on their first possession.
Reyes started in motion, and I think the tackle when Reyes started, the tackle jumped, so it'll be 1st and 15.
Right now, I think both teams feeling the effects of playing a Thursday night game.
It's on the 35. Chavez goes in motion. The handoff right up the middle. It is Craigbaum. He's gone. Ain't nobody going to catch that guy as he goes 65 yards untouched into the end zone. We talked about Blake Craigbaum. Impressed us immensely last year, and he may be short, he may be stocky, he is fast, and he did that running away from the Eagles secondary.
Excellent play fake by Velasquez, the freshman quarterback, drew the Eagles to him.
The left-footed kicker puts it up and puts it in. Xavier Pereira. We've got 10:02 to play in the first quarter. It is Brawley 7, Southwest nothing.
Hacienda Snack Bar, bringing you catering at its best for your next party or event. They'll do it right. Let them do the work for you. From appetizers to full course meals, like their tri-tip dinner with their famous cheesy potatoes. Call Hacienda Snack Bar today for your next event at 344-5542. That's 344-5542. Or stop by Hacienda Snack Bar, 941 K Street in Brawley.
No matter what you need to keep your home cool and comfortable, R&K Air Conditioning has it. From complete temp star cooling systems to the latest in Wi-Fi capable thermostats, we have everything you need to stay comfortable. That's why you should make R&K Air Conditioning your first and only call for your cooling needs. Call 760-353-7570 or find us online at rkair.net. Temp Star, quality you can feel.
Pereira puts it out of the end zone. He's got a strong tailwind, but he's also got a very strong foot. And as we pointed out, he is left-footed. And you know what? That makes a difference on how the ball flies, either from a punt or from a kickoff.
Southwest begins this second possession 1 yard further. They started the last one at the 19. This obviously at the 20.
1st and 10. Eagles. Olguin from the shotgun. Has Joshua Enders next to him. Olguin on the quarterback draw will carry it across the 20 to the 24-yard line before he's brought down. And he's brought down by about 4 Wildcats, to include Nathan Torres. Also in there, Chandler Self.
Well-designed play by John Haynes as they fake to give to Enders, and the entire Brawley right side went after Enders.
This time it is Joshua Enders. Enders will get it out across the 25 to about the 26. It'll bring up 3rd and 4. Give him progress to the 27, so 3rd and 3.
Enders was able to push the pile forward that extra yard.
Olguin moving Enders around in the backfield. Got an H-back in there for blocking. High snap again. It goes off the hands of Olguin, but he is able to corral it back at the 11-yard line. And he was being harassed by Dominic Santana, who was all over him.
Another bad snap really hurt the Eagles. They had a very makeable 3rd down, 3 yards to go, and now they're going to be punting back from the goal line into the stiff wind. So Brawley will get good field position. As you mentioned pre-game, Carroll, that the Southwest defense, every game it seems like they've had to play with the short field for the opposing side.
Snap is back. Kick is away. A very low kick, and it takes a good Southwest roll. It'll roll all the way down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. Not a good kick, but an excellent roll. And that will make it 1st and 10 Wildcats on the Eagle 45.
You're listening to high school football on AM 1230 KXO Centro and on the World Wide Web at KXORadio.com.
Well, the Wildcats come out of the huddle. Gutierrez He may call that same play again, John. It worked. Double wing. Everybody's in tight. And on the motion, the Eagles jump. And, you see somebody move. You don't move until the ball gets snapped. But Damian Reyes started in motion. 1st and 5.
The feeling in the stadium right now, Carroll, a little bit of a hangover from last week's city championship game.
Handoff, Kriegbaum, same play, same results. He's going to go all the way again, John. He's at the 20, the 10, the 5, and they got him at the 1.
As you said, exactly the same play. Southwest was outmanned on that left side of the offensive line, just more players blocking than Southwest had on the defense. Looks like they ran him out of bounds on the 2, so it's a 38-yard pickup. So far, Kriegbaum's averaging about 52 yards a carry.
I think you could carry that to Canton, John.
Yeah, that's not a bad per carry average.
No. Gail Sayers would take that. So it is 1st and goal from the 2. And I see Kriegbaum getting the ball. He's the only running back there. Under center. No, they pitch it outside, but the play is blown dead. That they did pitch to Adrian Chavez on a sweep.
Yeah, we had motion again, very un-Wildcat-like. But I feel that part of this, as we've already mentioned, is the Thursday night. It's just kind of biorhythms. Everything's just a little different. It's not quite the same. Now, Brawley had no trouble giving the ball to Kriegbaum for that 65-yard touchdown run. But both sides feeling the effects of not used to playing on a Thursday night.
1st and goal from the 7. Kriegbaum, the single setback. The Wildcats run. Everybody's in tight, double wing. They do occasionally put one of the wings in motion. Kriegbaum straight ahead. Kriegbaum into the end zone. Kriegbaum for the score. 7-yard rumble by Blake Kriegbaum. Kriegbaum listed at 5'6", 185. If I remember last year, he was a little bit heavier, John.
Well, maybe he's been on a diet. But the only unfortunate part with that carry is it really reduced his per carry average.
Yeah. Pereira, snap back, kick up, kick is good. So we've got 7:03 to play in the first quarter. Our score, it's Brawley Wildcats 14, the Southwest Eagles nothing.
Flautas y sopes. Delicious, authentic Mexican food. Just $6.49 for a dozen flautas. Combo meals for any appetite. With 3 locations in the Valley. 715 Cesar Chavez Boulevard in Calexico. 1531 Ford Drive next to Foods for Less in El Centro. And 1622 South 4th Street next to Soul Market in El Centro. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. in Calexico and 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. in El Centro. Don't forget, you can go online for our menu and call in your order ahead of time. Flautas y sopes, the real deal.
It's high school football Thursday night edition. The Brawley Wildcats, the Southwest Eagles. So far, halfway through the first quarter, it's been all Wildcats. Actually, it's been all Blake Kriegbaum. Wildcats with a strong wind at their back will kick off, and it will go deep and out of the end zone, but no, it went out of bounds before it went out of the end zone. So the Eagles will get decent field position.
They'll, I'm sure, choose to take it on the 35. We've been over the options before, make them kick again, take the ball where it goes out of bounds. I'm going to take the ball on the 1-yard line, obviously. But it looks like the Eagles will get their best starting field position now on the 35-yard line. Needs to be a sense of urgency on the Eagles sideline because right now, midway through the first quarter, this game is getting away quickly. Southwest needs to put a couple first downs here in this drive.
Snap back, handoff, and nothing inside. Trying to turn it outside is Joshua Enders, and he'll get it out to the right close to the 40. It'll be a pickup of 5 and bring up 2nd and 5.
Southwest has not had trouble moving the football. What they've had trouble is the center exchange. And so far tonight, they've had a negative 21 yards on 2 bad snaps.
And handoff again, this time staying in the middle and finding no running room is Joshua Enders. It'll bring up 3rd. Actually, he lost a couple of yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 9.
Yeah, 4-yard loss. They gave back 4 of the 5 yards that they had gotten on the first down carry. Looks like a passing formation by the Eagles now with double wideouts to the right.
Back to pass. Holguin, nothing there, so he tucks it under his arm, and he picks up the first down as he gets out across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Good decision.
11-yard pickup by Holguin. And as you said, great decision. He saw that with the 3 wideouts in the pass pattern, there was nobody up the middle, and he took off up the middle, picked up the first down.
Hurry up offense, full house in the backfield, and it is a quarterback draw that is good for about 2, but flag behind the play, and it is an illegal shift against the Wildcats, the Eagles, something you can do in Canada, but you can't do down here.
Had 2 players in motion at the same time, so that will move it back 5 yards, bringing up 1st and 15.
Too many penalties for this late in the season, John. Both teams.
Yeah, it's just, as I said, I really feel that this Thursday night starting time has affected the players on both sides. Let's see if Southwest can settle down here.
1st and 15. Holguin back to pass, thumps off a little screen, but he overthrows the intended receiver, Joshua Enders. It was well diagrammed, it just wasn't executed.
Yeah, actually, it's probably to the betterment of Southwest because the cornerback for the Wildcats really sniffed that out, and Damian Reyes was all over that play.
Handoff, it is at Joshua Enders again. Enders trying to get it around the corner on the right side. Nothing there. Maybe a yard or 2, but a flag again comes in behind the play. And that's typically where you're going to find a hold or a block in the back.
Southwest is marching backwards.
Holding against the Eagles.
So decision time for Brawley. They can make it 3rd and long or 2nd and longer, and it looks like they've decided on the 2nd and longer, and it's going to be a whole lot longer because that hold occurred in the backfield, so they're going to march it back as a spot foul all the way to the 29-yard line. 13-yard penalty.
So it is 2nd and just about 30 yards. Again, Enders, the single setback, and H-Black back on that side. But the pitch was low and behind Enders. He did well to catch it, but he had to go down on a knee like a second baseman to pick it up. And so they'll lose even more. It's spotted back on the 20, so that it's going to be 3rd down and 37 yards.
Where they're standing right now, they probably couldn't even get a punt that could cover that 37 yards off into this wind.
Okay, Coach, what kind of play you got for 3rd and 37, especially with a very stiff wind that's going to be hard to throw into? Scrambling and dumping it off is Holguin, and it is completed to Enders. He'll get it out across the 30 to the 31, so that helps.
10-yard pickup, first completed pass for Holguin to Enders, Joseph Enders, that is.
It is 4th and about 27.
Coach Haynes on the sidelines now speaking with Holguin.
Low snap this time. It rolls back to the punter. He picks it up, tries to get it around the corner, does turn the corner down the near sideline, and is pushed out of bounds at the 45-yard line. But making the best out of what he had was Eddie Veliz, at least got it back to the 45, where the Wildcats, again, with a short field, put it in play, 1st and 10 on the Eagles' 45. I think we're going to see more of Craig Boom. What do you think?
You would expect him to get the ball, but let's give Elise a job well done. He probably picked up as much yard as he was going to be able to kick the ball into this win. So he did move the ball upfield, didn't try to dance around, just took off and was able to bring it out, pick up actually of a 14-yard gain.
That'll help his average. Handoff to the wing, turns it upfield, and he's gone. Nobody touched him as Adrian Chavez goes 45 yards in for a touchdown. Beautifully diagrammed, perfectly executed, and nobody got a finger on Adrian Chavez.
So as we look at Brawley's play calling tonight, they've had 5 plays from scrimmage, 65-38, 7-yard touchdown run, and now a 45-yard touchdown run. So they're doing a pretty good job of per average per attempt as well.
Sure glad you're doing the numbers. The kick is up, the kick is good. 3:45 to play in the first quarter. And our score, it is Brawley 21, Southwest nothing.
Ray at Dermis Floor Covering would like to take this opportunity to say thank you, Imperial Valley, for your patronage. Dermis Floor Covering has been in business since 1978, working hard to satisfy customers with exceptional products and outstanding service. They're doing something right at Dermis Floor Covering, so if you're looking to replace your flooring, stop by Dermis Floor Covering and see the latest styles from the Shaw Floor Gallery, a gallery that will inspire you. Dermis also offers free estimates valley-wide. Stop by 220 North J Street. When you crave Mexican food, are you not sure where to go? I'll give you a suggestion. La Fonda Bar and Grill. Yes, the Camacho family is still doing it right with freshly made Mexican food. From enchiladas to special quesadillas, and everything is handmade. And of course, Miss Camacho, she still comes in to make sure everybody's favorite chili rellenos are there. La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro. Open Wednesday through Monday for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Well, Perea will kick off for the 4th time tonight. And again, he launches one deep into the end zone and, halfway to Holtville. It'll be 1st and 10, Eagles from their own 20-yard line.
At Tyler Insurance, we're proud to have served Imperial Valley's businesses and families since 1921. Now, as part of Gallagher, we're committed to bringing you the same team and exceptional service with expanded offerings in insurance, risk management, and consulting services. Together, we're dedicated to helping your business and your community face their future with confidence. Visit ajg.com/Tyler to learn more about our new partnership with Gallagher.
The Eagles come out 1st and 10 from their own 20. The handoff, it is Enders, Joshua. Joshua tries to dance around the defensive front and does manage to pick up 5 yards. It's a 2nd and 5. Same play, the other side, different results as Enders is swarmed on and tackled for about a 3-yard loss. Jesse James Gutierrez on the tackle for the Wildcats.
The typical Brawley defense, they swarm to the football. They see the play once, the second time they're ready for it.
Holguin rolling to his right, looking downfield, dumps it off. It goes incomplete. And the brings up a 4th down.
That will stop the clock. So now Southwest bringing the punting team back out onto the field for their 4th punt tonight.
Well, let's see if we can get the snap right.
And let's call it actually their 3rd punt. The last time a bad snap led to a run. So they've been in punt formation 4 times, got the kickoff 3 times.
Feliz will do the punting. He's standing back at about his 10-yard line. Good snap. Low kick. It'll bounce at the 40, and it'll be down at the 43-yard line, still in Eagle territory, and once again, the Wildcats start with the short field. Yeah, Well, that's what we've seen from the Wildcats tonight, John. A lot of thunder and lightning. The worst run they've had from scrimmage was 7 yards and for a touchdown.
Right. They've had 3 drives, 1 play, 2 plays, 1 play.
1st and 10, Wildcats on the Eagle 43.
Southwest just jumps off sides again. Excellent job by the freshman Gutierrez on varying up his snap count. Second straight series now that the quarterback has drawn the Eagles offside. As they're actually going to watch this against Brawley, they said that perhaps, I know in high school football you have to be very extinct with your snap count, and perhaps Gutierrez was doing a little bit too much head bobbing that time that drew the Eagles off.
From the shotgun, and the handoff to the deep back, and pushing through, picking up about 3 yards on the run was, that would have been Chandler Self.
Chandler Self is the son of head coach John Self. And when you think about Craig Baum, not only does he run the football, but when he leads through those opening holes, he can create quite a path for the back to run right behind him, right through.
Whoa, the Wildcats open it up, spread it out. And now flags fly again.
Yeah, we've got Brawley in motion. They're not used to being in the Wildcat spread formation, hurry up offense, so they got flagged again for motion.
Methinks it's an opportunity to work on some things and not show some other things.
Well, yeah, you're already up 21-0 in the first quarter, so go ahead and just go deep in the playbook.
Same formation. Self in motion. Handoff right up the middle, and nothing there to begin with. Cutting it to the outside and turning it upfield and getting some yardage. And I believe that was Damian Reyes.
Yeah, Reyes was on the carry, and he did a nice job of bringing back to the Eagle side of the football. They mark it at the 44-yard line, so that's a 7-yard pickup.
3rd and 11. Gutierrez under center. Gutierrez play action fake, dumps it downfield, wide open is Self at the 20, the 15, the 10, 5, down at about the 3-yard line. Chandler Self, a junior, typically lines up at tight end, carries it all the way down to the 3. It'll be 1st and goal. Brawley can pass.
Yeah, Gutierrez had 3 different receivers to pick out. Gutierrez looked downfield. Self was running free, as were the other 2 wideouts. And so he chose the easier one, which is right directly down the middle. The other 2 wideouts were streaking down the flanks.
This should probably be the final play of the first quarter. Under center, Gutierrez. Hands off and plowing into the middle and into the end zone for the score. And I believe that may have been Damian Reyes again.
And since the play happened before the quarter expired, they're still kicking at this end with the wind to their back.
Snap back, kick up, kick is good. 17 seconds to play in the first quarter. It's Brawley 28, Southwest nothing.
Bo and his team of employees at Stan's Auto Body are constantly striving on giving you 100% satisfaction on getting your vehicle repaired and fixed right. Stan's Auto Body is grateful from the support that they hear and being rated #1 with CarWise.com. Yes, accidents are disturbing, and Stan's Auto Body is here for you. Stan's Auto Body works with all insurance companies. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
You're listening to high school football live on KXO, El Centro, California, and on the World Wide Web at KXORadio.com. John, what can I say? Still in the first quarter, 28-0.
Yeah, except Brawley has been making all of this on their own. Last week, Southwest gifted Central with 3 touchdowns in the first quarter. Brawley's taken them all. I feel a lot of that is the hangover from the city championship game. Southwest taking it on the chin. Just tough to get up 2 weeks in a row.
Kick is, again, into the end zone and out. It'll be Southwest ball, 1st and 10 on their own 20 again.
When you're hungry and you want delicious home-style cooking, there are 2 locations in the Imperial Valley that have the best. Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley, open 7 days a week, 5:30 a.m. to 3 p.m., offering delicious breakfast and lunch entrees, including ribeye steak, liver and onions, and meatloaf every Tuesday. The Original Town Pump in Westmoreland is open 4 p.m. till 9 p.m. They're closed Mondays. Brownie's Diner in Brawley and the Original Town Pump in Westmoreland.
The Eagles line up 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. This will be the final play of the first quarter, I believe. And the handoff, it is Joshua Enders. Enders gets upfield but is caught from behind. Did you see the closing speed there by Jaden Figueroa? He looked like he had some nitrous oxide there because he was up on Enders in a flash. It's the end of the first quarter. Brawley 28, Southwest nothing.
AM 1230, KXO El Centro.
Day in and day out, your publicly owned Imperial Irrigation District proudly delivers low-cost, reliable energy service to its customers in the Imperial and Coachella Valleys. When compared to other power providers, IID's residential, commercial, and governmental customers all save up to 50% on their monthly energy bills. That's because IID is committed to more than just delivering power. IID is committed to you. IID, where customers always come first.
Hacienda Snack Bar, bringing you catering at its best for your next party or event. They'll do it right. Let them do the work for you. From appetizers to full course meals, like their tri-tip dinner with their famous cheesy potatoes. Call Hacienda Snack Bar today for your next event at 344-5542. That's 344-5542. Or stop by Hacienda Snack Bar, 941 K Street in Brawley.
Well, on the first play from scrimmage in the second quarter, the Eagles pick up a first down as Enders manages to pick up yardage out to the 32. 1st and 10, Eagles. Handoff again to Enders. Enders looking for room, gets a block, turns it upfield, and Blake Craigboom. Craigboom drops him for maybe a yard gain.
Enders did well to get that ball across the line of scrimmage as he was actually hit in the backfield, moved it out to the 34-yard line.
It'll be 2nd and 8. They gave him a good spot.
And yes, that is the same Craig Baum that scores those touchdowns. He goes both ways, linebacker, fullback.
And on the Wildcat, the snap is to Joshua Enders. He hands off to big brother Joseph Enders, and Joseph Enders rips off about a 12-yard gain out to the 46-yard line. Hurry up offense now by the Eagles. And it is Holguin, hands off to Joshua Enders, and Joshua is wrapped up and dropped by Daniel Kaloka. Daniel's just a little fella. 6'4", 295. Kind of guy you want on your side when you're walking down a dark alley, John.
Yeah, and Enders was a little slow getting up, as now the Eagles are looking to the sidelines, getting the call after that 5-yard loss, being up 2nd and 15.
Yeah, 295 drops on you, John. You get up slow. Back to pass. Holguin dumps off the screen to Joseph Enders. Joseph Enders will get it across the 45 to the 48, but there's a flag in behind the play, and that's typically a holding or block in the back again.
I believe I saw a block in the back as they were trying to set up the screen and then spring it. Brawley always does a great job of staying in their lanes.
They call it holding.
Now let's see then if it's where the spot of the infraction occurred, because that's where they'll start marching from. It looks like it was actually behind the line of screen. No, it's not. They moved it back to the 34-yard line, so it's a 12-yard loss on that one.
It'll be we'll call it 2nd and 21. Spotted on the 35. Again, a spread formation from the Wildcats. Or from the Eagles, but Olguin will keep it. Olguin will pick up 3 or 4 yards as Blake Craigbaum was lining up the sights. Olguin did the slide, which is the smart thing to do.
Yeah, Southwest back up on the line of scrimmage. Olguin doing a good job of reading the Brawley rush and splitting it.
This time he gets away from one guy, dumps it off, and it is picked off. Craigbaum picked it off his shoe tops and returns it about 12 yards and goes out of bounds at the 32. Olguin was pretty much just trying to get rid of the ball because he had Daniel Kaloka in his pace.
Olguin tried to make the prudent play, tried to get it out of bounds, but was just running for his life and didn't have enough on the football. Craigbaum made an unbelievable catch right off the grass top, and once he caught the football, he knew what to do with it. He ran up through about another 12 yards.
Let's give some props to the Brawley offensive line. Thomas Rubio, Cody Hupnick, Javier Martinez, among others. It is 1st and 10. Wildcats on the Eagles 27. The Eagles jump. Were they enticed?
Yeah, it's the same thing. This time they did not feel that Gutierrez had done any head bobbing or inflections that would cause the defense to jump off. They just jumped offside on their own.
It'll be 1st and 5.
This Brawley offense, you certainly don't need to be giving them any free yards.
And it is a keeper, a little bit of a bootleg there by Gutierrez. Gutierrez is a freshman. He's this late in the season, he's not a freshman. He is a seasoned veteran, and he's got some size, and we've already seen he can throw.
Yeah, Southwest did a very nice job, though, of not being baited in the sweep after all of these successful sweeps and traps running Craigbaum up the middle. Excellent fake by Gutierrez, but let's give some props to that Southwest left side of the defense. They were right there and brought Gutierrez down actually for about a half a yard loss.
Julian Camargo wide on the right side. Also out there, Nathan Torres. Adrian Chavez wide on the left side. Joel Murillo in the slot. And it is Gutierrez dumps it off. It is complete to Nathan Torres. And Torres will get it down and be pushed out of bounds at the 13. And that is good enough for a first down. It'll be 1st and 10. And they spotted on the 14.
That's actually a rush because Gutierrez did throw the ball backwards to where Torres had been coming around on the motion play. Design play, nice pickup. 5th first down here in the first half for the Wildcats.
1st and 10 from the 14. Wildcats threaten. They lead 28-0. Gutierrez puts Torres in motion. Gutierrez looking, rolling to his right, being chased, turns it upfield, and is spun down for a loss. And on that tackle for the Eagles was Alan Zermano. So it's a loss of about 3, 2nd and 13.
Probably just trying to show some different looks to not only Southwest, but I'm sure Central's got some people scouting this. Probably Calexico as well. That's the opponents that the Wildcats have left.
2nd and 13. Chavez goes in motion. Gutierrez will hand off. Pounding it in the middle is Damian Reyes. And he'll pick up a couple of yards. Call it 2.
And The Southwest defense now stiffening up. I also believe the play call by the Wildcats has helped that a little bit. We haven't seen Craigbaum get a carry yet, so maybe we'll see him on third down, third and about 12.
And third and 12. Brawley not in any hurry here. Pro set in the backfield, and it is on the option keeper. Gutierrez will turn it upfield. Gutierrez will cross the 10 down to about the 8-yard line. That'll bring up a fourth down.
A lot of options here for the Wildcats. They could try for a field goal, although now they are kicking into the wind, but the wind has slowed down considerably. So if Brawley didn't have enough things going their way, as soon as they switched fields, the end kind of died down. And right now it looks like I don't even detect a wind. But Brawley looks like they're going to go up and go for it.
Fourth and about 5 from the 8. Craigbaum, the single setback. Chavez goes in motion. Craigbaum gets it. Nothing inside. He turns it to the outside, and it's nothing there as he is wrapped up and dropped. A great tackle there by the Eagles.
And that will turn the ball over on downs. So Southwest now, after holding Brawley from their own 8-yard line, gets the ball deep in their own territory. We've said that several times tonight. The best field position Southwest has started with has been the 20-yard line.
No, they're 35 on a punt or a kickoff that went out.
Right, the penalty set the ball all the way up to the 35. And then right after that, they had the bad snap that cost them 17 of those 35 yards.
First and 10 from their own 10-yard line. And the Wildcats jump. And again, okay, you can say it's because it's a Thursday, but the Wildcats jump, and that's...
That'll give Coach Self a lot of things to talk about tomorrow. It's certainly not a perfect game. You'd think on the scoreboard 28-0 at the end of the first quarter, but Brawley making un-Brawley character-like mistakes.
On the 1st and 5, the handoff, this is Enders, Joshua. Joshua gets it out close to the 20-yard line, close to the first down, but it'll be about a yard short. And 27-6, Kansas City leads Denver, and that is in the fourth quarter. 6-1, Houston leads the Yankees, and it's in the bottom of the 6th. And again, this time it is Joshua Enders again. He does get the first down and a couple of extra yards. Across the 20 to about the 23, it'll be 1st and 10.
Nice run by Enders. We'll have all the stats, of course, at halftime. Once again, Carroll, when we don't see bad snaps, we don't see mistakes by the Southwest offense, they've actually been able to move the ball. They have 5 first downs.
We've got about 5 minutes left in the first half. And the handoff in the backfield to Joshua Enders. He turns it upfield, and he is leveled. He is hit hard. And Nathan Torres just leveled him.
It's another first down, though, giving Southwest a 6th first down. So I will repeat it. As long as Southwest does not shoot themselves in the foot, they have been able to move the ball against this Brawley defense.
Joshua Enders on the right hip of Olguin. Enders with the handoff. Enders stumbles and picks up a yard. And no more, as he is brought down by Omar Chavez.
Yeah, he did push the pile out, though, for a 1-yard pickup. And on that previous hit, Enders, I think, just learned a big lesson. He was going out of bounds, so he pulled up, and that gave Torres a free shot, and he really let him have it.
2nd and 9. And on the Wildcat again, it is Joseph Enders who hands off to Joshua Enders. I'm sorry, Joshua took the snap from the Wildcat formation, handed off to brother Joseph.
And after all said and done, picked up 2 yards, bringing up 3rd down now and 7.
Spotted on the 42-yard line, still in Eagle territory. No huddle. Back to pass. Olguin is hit, dumps it off, and it should have been picked off, but somebody got surprised when the ball hit him in the hands. Nathan May was in coverage. The ball hit him in the hands, but he wasn't expecting it because Olguin had to get rid of it, and the flight of the football was altered significantly.
Yeah, Olguin took a big hit, and he's kind of gimpy coming off the field, but Southwest now back in punt formation after picking up a couple first downs when they started this drive on their own 8.
On 4th down. Low snap, picks it up on a bounce, and he's trying to get somewhere and go somewhere, but he can't because all over him is Jesse James Gutierrez. And again, the Eagles' issues in the special teams area, particularly on the long snap.
Yeah, this time, Brawley, you're going to fool them once. It's certainly not a design play, but now they're going to be aware of, hey, we might have a bad snap, so stay in our lanes. And that time, they tackled the least. First time, he had a nice 15-yard pickup. This time, he went backwards all the way to the 28 for a 14-yard loss.
It is 1st and 10. Wildcats on the Eagle 28-yard line. Wildcats not in any hurry. Let the clock run. Under center, Gutierrez. And once again, Adrian Chavez goes in motion, and the Eagles jump. He's allowed to go in motion, boys. Let him go and watch the football.
5-yard pickup, 3 yards for the Brawley Wildcats. So now they'll have a 1st and 5 from the own 23-yard line of the Eagles.
Same play. Pitch goes to Chavez. Chavez turns the corner across the 15 to the 10 and is pushed out of bounds right at the 10. So that's good for a first down. Is it going to be 1st and goal? Yes. They spot it straddling the 10-yard line. 1st and goal from the 10. Chavez with some quickness and then getting around the corner with some speed.
And if it's not dark enough already for the Eagles, Brawley will be receiving the second half kick.
Prosad in the backfield. It is
Craigbaum fumbled.
Craigbaum, yeah, the difficulties on the exchange between Gutierrez and Craigbaum. Gutierrez was able to fall on the ball and pick up a half a yard. So even when things go bad, they make a half a yard out of it.
And as John Wooden said, there's no such thing as luck. There's only preparation that leads to good things happening.
Did John say that?
Oh, yes, he did, many times.
Okay. Craigbaum, single setback, double wing. Everybody's in tight. Chavez goes in motion. Chavez behind Craigbaum. He is tattooed at the 1-yard line, but it'll bring up 3rd and goal from the 1. Big hit. And if I'm not mistaken, Sammy Lopez had that big hit. Chavez will feel that.
Really laid the wood on him, so it brings up 3rd and goal now. Let's see if they've already decided Craigbaum's done enough here in this first half, or if they'll give him a shot to make another touchdown.
Chavez on the right side. On the left side, it's Reyes. The fullback, single setback, is Craigbaum. Chavez goes in motion. Craigbaum gets the football. Craigbaum gets it into the end zone. Touchdown.
2-yard touchdown run by Craigbaum, getting another score tonight.
The point after attempt coming up.
So far, kicking, Pereira has been perfect. on kickoffs and PATs.
Torres with the hold, snap back, kick up, kick is good. We've got 2 minutes and 7 seconds to play in the first half. It is Brawley 35, Southwest nothing.
McNeese Mart is your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get you through your day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or feed the office for your next party with their giant 52-inch pizza. Daily specials on selected foot-long subs for only $6. Yes, McNeese Mart is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro. I don't worry anymore about getting stranded with my car breaking down.
Why is that?
That automotive class I took at Imperial Valley College not only prepared me to fix my own car, it also prepared me for a new career in automotive repair.
I like the way you think. I've always wanted to become a welder.
Then check out these and other IVC career education classes at imperial.edu.
Well, Brawley will kick off one more time. Pereira's toe must be getting... probably got some calluses there.
It will be interesting to see now. Again, the wind has almost completely stopped, but still there's not that 30-mile-an-hour wind behind him, so let's see how deep he's able to put it.
He squibs it down the middle of the field. It is picked up at the 25, looking for some running room and finding room out to the 35.
You have to like that, Carroll, where the receiver picked up the ball, just squibbed down the middle of the field and ran straight up the field. He didn't try to dance, cut, go anywhere, just straight up the field.
That was Joseph Enders.
And he was tackled squarely on the 35-yard line.
And Joshua Enders is on the left hip of Holguin. He gets the handoff, and he is hit and dropped immediately. I think Jesse James Gutierrez was in the huddle and knew what the play was.
Yeah, Southwest has run that play often tonight, and that time Brawley was ready for it for a 5-yard loss. We have not had a timeout yet in this first half, so let's see if we can get the half over without one being called.
Well, Brawley hasn't needed one. Eagles getting set. It is 2nd and 15 after that loss. And from the Wildcat again, Joshua Enders with the ball, and Joshua Enders is hit in the backfield and flung down. Nathan May doing the flunging.
And we are going to get a timeout right now.
Southwest Eagles. No, the Brawley Wildcats take the timeout.
They want to get the ball back.
We will take this timeout. We've got 1:10 to play in the first half. Brawley 35, Southwest nothing.
Hi, this is Julie Oliver. As your local Allstate agent, providing protection that fits your life, I'm committed to learning about your needs and personalizing protection to meet them. Contact me at 760-353-5800. That's 353-5800.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Life insurance offered through Allstate Life Insurance Company and Allstate Assurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois, and American Heritage Life Insurance Company, Jacksonville, Florida.
Hacienda Snack Bar, bringing you catering at its best for your next party or event. They'll do it right. Let them do the work for you. From appetizers to full course meals, like their tri-tip dinner with their famous cheesy potatoes. Call Hacienda Snack Bar today for your next event at 344-5542. That's 344-5542. Or stop by Hacienda Snack Bar, 941 K Street in Brawley.
3rd and 20 for the Eagles. Holguin takes the snap, looks downfield, hit, and the ball spins, flutters, and drops. It goes incomplete. Dominic Santana with the hit. That stops the clock on the incomplete pass, and it'll bring up 4th and 20.
Southwest certainly will punt, and that will save Brawley's 2 timeouts if they choose to use them on the offensive series.
And they will punt if they can get the ball back to the punter, who...
That has been an exciting event tonight, hasn't it?
Good snap. Nice kick. And it'll bounce at the 43, take a neutral roll, and be down at about the 34-yard line. It will be 1st and 10, Wildcats, and they will put it in play on their own 34-yard line.
You're listening to high school football on AM 1230 KXOL Centro and on the World Wide Web at KXORadio.com.
For the Wildcats, 1st and 10. This is about as bad a field position as they've started with, John.
Yes, it's the first time they've actually started on their own side of the field. Now, they did have a couple penalties that pushed them back into their side of the field, but every one of their drives tonight has begun in Southwest territory.
Way wide on the right side, Adrian Chavez. Double slot on the left. Gutierrez looking, got the guy open right over the middle. It is complete to Joe Murillo at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown. Nobody picked up Joe Murillo, one of the slots on the left side. And we just saw a 66-yard touchdown.
And as the previous touchdown pass, only the second completion for Gutierrez. Gutierrez had a choice. He had 3 different receivers running wide open, and again, he took the easiest one. That, of course, was Creel running right down the middle. All he had to do was catch the football, which he did, and then not trip or fall down to complete the 66-yard touchdown pass.
Snap back, kick up, kick is good. So with 41 seconds to play in the first half, our score, it is Brawley 42, Southwest nothing.
Start the day off right by having breakfast at Broken Yoke Cafe. Once again voted best breakfast in the Imperial Valley by our customers. Thank you. Remember, Broken Yoke strives every day to bring you great service and great food. Still preparing everything fresh daily. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Log on to Broken Yoke Cafe and join the club or order your meal online. Broken Yoke Cafe on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
Okay, John, how many kicks? Is it kicks off or kickoffs?
To be correct, it's kickoffs, and this will be number 7. They kicked off to start the game, and they've had 6 touchdowns, and they've obviously kicked off after each one.
And they've had 6 extra points. Perea's toe has got to be tired. Get the Epsom salts out.
Another short kick.
Spins it down. It's picked up by Enders at the 25. Enders going north and south, and again slips at the 30. So he ran about 30 yards and got 5 on the return.
Brawley that time, I believe, with purpose, pushed the ball up in the air. Enders caught it, and Brawley funnels their return team to that side to keep a big return from taking place, and Enders tried to beat that. But as always, Brawley has good team speed, and they have most of their starters do run their kickoffs and punt return teams.
34 seconds to play. Snap back. Holguin hands off, and again it is Enders, and Enders textbook tackle in there, beautifully executed by Jesse James Gutierrez. Shoulder right into the midsection and stood him up. 2nd and 9. Clock runs. Handoff, it is Enders. Enders looking to the outside, tries to cut back across the green, and he is dropped, and it's Nathan May on the tackle, and that's it. That's the end of the first half. At the end of one half of football, our score, it's Brawley 42, Southwest nothing.
Hi, this is Julie Oliver. As your local Allstate agent, providing protection that fits your life, I am committed to learning about your needs and personalizing protection to meet them. Contact me at 760-353-5800. That's 353-5800. 888-888-7600.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Life insurance offered through Allstate Life Insurance Company and Allstate Assurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois, and American Heritage Life Insurance Company, Jacksonville, Florida.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
Flautas y sopes. Delicious, authentic Mexican food. Just $6.49 for a dozen flautas. Combo meals for any appetite. With 3 locations in the Valley. 715 Cesar Chavez Boulevard in Calexico. 1531 Ford Drive next to Foods for Less in El Centro. And 1622 South 4th Street next to Soul Market in El Centro. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. in Calexico and 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. in El Centro. Don't forget, you can go online for our menu and call in your order ahead of time. Flautas y sopes. The real deal.
No matter what you need to keep your home cool and comfortable, R&K Air Conditioning has it. From complete temp star cooling systems to the latest in Wi-Fi capable thermostats, we have everything you need to stay comfortable. That's why you should make R&K Air Conditioning your first and only call for your cooling needs. Call 760-353-7570 or find us online at rkair.net. Temp Star, quality you can feel.
It's high school football. We're at the half. The Brawley Wildcats dominated the first half. They have a 42-0 lead. And, well, as we said, they dominated the first half. We're the only game in town tonight. All the other high school football games are tomorrow night. But there is some football going on. And the last score we had, the Denver Broncos were trailing the Kansas City Chiefs 27-6. And the deal there is Patrick Mahomes went down with an injury in the first half. And I'm not sure if he has returned, but he was injured with a leg injury in the first half. Again, 27-6, Kansas City leads Denver. An update out of New York. Houston, 6. The New York Yankees, 3. Top of the 7th. And that's game 4 of the American League Championship Series. John Driffle has some numbers. We'll get to them coming up on our halftime show.
When you crave Mexican food, are you not sure where to go? I'll give you a suggestion. La Fonda Bar and Grill. Yes, the Camacho family is still doing it right with freshly made Mexican food. From enchiladas to special quesadillas, and everything is handmade. And of course, Miss Camacho, she still comes in to make sure everybody's favorite chili rellenos are there. La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro. Open Wednesday through Monday for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
At Tyler Insurance, we're proud to have served Imperial Valley's businesses and families since 1921. Now, as part of Gallagher, we're committed to bringing you the same team and exceptional service with expanded offerings in insurance, risk management, and consulting services. Together, we're dedicated to helping your business and your community face their future with confidence. Visit ajg.com/Tyler to learn more about our new partnership with Gallagher.
Bo and his team of employees at Stan's Auto Body are constantly striving on giving you 100% satisfaction on getting your vehicle repaired and fixed right. Stan's Auto Body is grateful from the support that they hear and being rated #1 with CarWise.com. Yes, accidents are disturbing, and Stan's Auto Body is here for you. Stan's Auto Body works with all insurance companies. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro. When you're hungry and you want delicious home-style cooking, there are 2 locations in the Imperial Valley that have the best. Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley, open 7 days a week, 5:30 a.m. to 3 p.m., offering delicious breakfast and lunch entrees, including ribeye steak, liver and onions, and meatloaf every Tuesday. The Original Town Pump in Westmoreland is open 4 p.m. till 9 p.m. They're closed Mondays. Brownie's Diner in Brawley and the Original Town Pump in Westmoreland.
Welcome back to Southwest High School, where at the half the Brawley Wildcats lead the Southwest Eagles 42-0. And right now, Carroll, the only intriguing aspect to this game is whether or not the third quarter will start with a running clock in that 42-0 lead. But there are some interesting things to look at in the stats. Southwest rushed the ball 30 times from scrimmage to Brawley's 15. So you'd look at that and think, great, Southwest must be leading the game. They've doubled the amount of rushes, which means ball control, etc. But unfortunately, the first 3 drives the Wildcats attempted tonight in the first quarter, all 3 drives accumulated a total of 4 plays, and all 3 ended in touchdowns. So that's why the rushes are limited for Brawley. You can't rush any further than where the touchdown is. Let's look and see what Brawley did on those 15 rushes. 193 yards, so you can see that that's about 12.5 yards per attempt. 2 for 2, the freshman Gutierrez is for 107 yards, giving Brawley a nice round figure of 300 total yards in the first half. That's eye-popping, Carroll, especially in a high school game. Extrapolate that out over a full 48-minute game, and you've got 600 yards. And even the pros have a hard time doing that. And the pros play 60 minutes. Brawley had 6 first downs, but again, that was limited because they were scoring on 1- and 2-play drives. As always, it seems like Brawley had no fumbles and no interceptions. We'll be back to take a look at what Southwest has done after this.
Day in and day out, your publicly owned Imperial Irrigation District proudly delivers low-cost, reliable energy service to its customers in the Imperial and Coachella Valleys. When compared to other power providers, IID's residential, commercial, and governmental customers all save up to 50% on their monthly energy bills. That's because IID is committed to more than just delivering power. IID is committed to you. IID, where customers always come first.
I don't worry anymore about getting stranded with my car breaking down.
Why is that?
That automotive class I took at Imperial Valley College not only prepared me to fix my own car, it also prepared me for a new career in automotive repair.
I like the way you think. I've always wanted to become a welder.
Then check out these and other IVC career education classes at imperial.edu.
Welcome back to Southwest High School. We're at the half of this Thursday night edition of Imperial Valley High School football. The Brawley Wildcats have come down from Brawley, and they put 42 points on the board, holding Southwest to a goose egg. Southwest, we mentioned, rushed the ball 30 times from scrimmage for a total of 66 yards. Now, unfortunately, Carroll, all those bad snaps, not only to Olgian, the quarterback, but the 2 to the kicker, has to count as rushing attempts. And so they had huge amounts of yards given up on those bad snaps on the punter. So we add those in. Southwest still picked up 66 total yards. Olgian 1 for 7 for a 10-yard completion, giving Southwest 76 total yards compared to Brawley's 300. Southwest matched Brawley's first down, 6 of them, but Southwest also had that one interception that Olgian threw that it stopped what looked like a promising drive. Southwest had picked up 2 first downs, and in the interception quickly killed that drive. We'll be back to take a look at the individual stats for Southwest after this.
Start the day off right by having breakfast at Broken Yoke Cafe. Once again voted best breakfast in the Imperial Valley by our customers. Thank you. Remember, Broken Yoke strives every day to bring you great service and great food. Still preparing everything fresh daily. Open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Log on to Broken Yoke Cafe and join the club or order your meal online. Broken Yoke Cafe on North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. McNeese Smart is your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get you through your day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell.
Hi,
visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Local.
Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza. Or be the office for your next party with their giant 52-inch pizza. Daily specials on selected foot-long subs for only $6. Yes, McNeese Smart is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
We are at the half. We're at the half. The visiting Wildcats lead the homestanding Eagles 42-0. We mentioned that Brawley has gained 193 yards rushing to Southwest 66, 107 yards passing to Southwest 10, giving Brawley 300 total yards to Southwest 76. Here's how Southwest picked up those 76 yards. Those 30 rushes were spread out among 5 different ball carriers. Eddie Valise, who is actually the kicker, had 2 rushes on bad snaps, 1 for 14 yards, 1 he was tackled for a 14-yard loss, giving him a net of 0. Also getting some carries in the first half were the Enders brothers. And let's start first with Joseph Enders. He had, Joseph ended up with 5 carries 8 carries for a total of 36 yards, the leading ball carrier on the night for the Eagles. And then his brother also had 14 carries, getting the bulk of the load, Joshua Enders, for 23 yards. So the Enders brothers, you put together what they have done, and they have 59 total yards, the team 66 on 22 carries. So Joseph and Joshua Enders getting the 22 carries for the 59 yards. Getting 5 carries, 3 of those, of course, were sacks, was the quarterback, Nathan Olgian, for a negative 2 yards. So that means he was getting positive yards when he was running the ball on the option plays. Picked up a nice 12-yard gain on his first option carry. We already mentioned Eddie Valise's 2 attempts to rush on bad snaps by punts. And finally getting 1 carry, Ivan Zamora had a rush for 9 yards. The 1 pass that was completed to Joseph Enders for the 10 yards. Carroll, we would expect that most of the Brawley coaching staff have designed to show the rest of the visiting coaches here, especially Centro, what they've got this year. And right now, after this first half, I'm impressed. This appears to me to be the best football team, at least the best first half I've seen played by a football team here in the Valley right here tonight.
I pretty much have to agree with you, John. The only negative I would say about the Wildcats is too many penalties. And it's too late in the season to be doing dumb things like going in motion, jumping off sides, that type of thing. And that's what their penalties have been. They haven't, I think they had 1 holding penalty, but for the most part, they are, they're what I would call a dumb penalty. And, you know, if you're a defensive lineman, you don't move till the ball moves. And, you know, if you're an offensive lineman, well, pretty much the same thing. You know what the snap count is, so, you know, you're ready to move on that. But I would say that, for the most part, would be the only real knock. You certainly can't knock their kicking game. I really have no idea what their punting game is like, and I doubt if we'll see much of that in the second half. But I am impressed with the freshman, and he has done a marvelous job at quarterback. But again, 8 games into the season, he's not so much a freshman anymore. You know, he's been tested under fire and has proven his ability. We always question Brawley's ability to throw the ball. And the only reason we question it is they don't, typically. And Gutierrez has shown tonight he can throw the ball, and he throws it accurately. That one over the middle that was completed to Joel Murillo caught it in stride down the middle of the field and went 66 yards without anybody touching him. And it was Gutierrez that got him the ball, you know, shoulder high, in stride, beautifully thrown pass. Got to be impressed. And he's a freshman, which means, hey, he's going to grow, he's going to get better as he goes along.
And that means that he'll have 3 more years of high school football, and the game already appears to have slowed down to him. So it's almost scary to think what he might be like as a senior. As Brawley now is coming back, they went to the east end of the field. Usually teams go to the grass area, but the Brawley team went to the east end of the field where the buses are, probably just to relax with a 42-0 lead. Certainly they don't need to be talking about adjustments and strategy.
First series, and Brawley will get the ball to open the second half. I put my starters out there for the first series, and then you start substituting. And we'll see if Coach John Self goes along with that. You know, John, we've worked together long enough. I don't coach. I don't pretend to coach. I come up with some ideas from time to time. And, you know, to me, getting your first team out there the first half or the first series, then start bringing in the other guys. One thing we should point out, Brawley does not have a lot of depth. This goes back to several of Cal Jones' fields where his first team was second team in another position. And if you remember that, okay, I may be the first team linebacker, but I'm the second team defensive end. And that was something that Cal Jones was very good about. And I think to a point, you may see that with some of the Wildcats tonight.
Yeah, they don't have a large numbered squad. We have seen Brawley in the past with 50, 60 kids suited up, especially for a bell game. But usually that's because they suit up JV and even some freshmen. Tonight it looks like they've suited up about 32, 33 players. And so you just don't have the huge numbers. You can put in your second string, but as you said, your second string might be your first string offense. Now they're playing second string defense so they don't get worn out. So we'll just wait and see. Whatever John Self does, it's going to be to the benefit of Brawley. He knows how to coach. He's been doing it a long time, been very successful a long time. And as I stated at the start of this football game, in my opinion, he is the dean of football coaches here in the Valley.
Well, I think he has the years other than John Tyree, but Tyree's years have been over a long span. We've got a second half kickoff coming up, and it'll be coming your way. Keep it tuned. We are KXO El Centro, California. The game also on the World Wide Web at KXORadio.com.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
Hi, this is Julie Oliver. As your local Allstate agent, providing protection that fits your life, I'm committed to learning about your needs and personalizing protection to meet them. Contact me at 760-353-5800. That's 353-5800.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Life insurance offered through Allstate Life Insurance Company and Allstate Assurance Company, Northbrook, Illinois, and American Heritage Life Insurance Company, Jacksonville, Florida.
Flautas y sopes. Delicious, authentic Mexican food. Just $6.49 for a dozen flautas. Combo meals for any appetite. With 3 locations in the Valley. 715 Cesar Chavez Boulevard in Calexico. 1531 Ford Drive next to Foods for Less in El Centro. And 1622 South 4th Street next to Soul Market in El Centro. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. in Calexico and 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. in El Centro. Don't forget, you can go online for our menu and call in your order ahead of time. Flautas y sopes, the real deal.
We're set for the kickoff. The Eagles kicking off right to left. Nathan De La Garza doing the kicking. And it'll be down inside the 15 and out of bounds at about the 10. And I would anticipate Brawley will take the ball 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line.
Second kickoff tonight we've seen go out of bounds. And if it seems like if it's not raining, it's pouring as Southwest kicking off. The wind had slowed down, and then right when they got ready to kick, it kind of gusted up again and just knocked that ball down and pushed it right out of bounds.
So they'll spot it on the 35. Wildcats 1st and 10.
And as I've mentioned, the intrigue is in will they have a running clock to start the second half, and it appears that they will not.
Gutierrez brings them out. Trips on the right side from the shotgun. Gutierrez has Craig Baum right beside him. Looking, chased out of the pocket, rolls to his left, looking downfield, and is hit but gets away, scampers, and makes something out of nothing. It'll be a sack. He'll lose 2 yards back at the 33, but eating up a lot of clock.
Yeah, that time definitely Gutierrez showed his freshman instincts as he stared at the one receiver that he wanted to get the ball to, and when that man was covered, he just took off running wildly in the backfield. Finally brought down. Looks like they marked it backwards, about a 3-yard loss for him.
2nd and 13. Again, from the shotgun. Craig Baum right next to him. Back to pass again. Looking, fires into the flat. It is caught and dropped immediately. As good coverage, a good pass. The pass caught by Julian Camargo.
That's good for a 5-yard pickup.
Joseph Gomez on the tackle.
A good one-on-one coverage. Camargo made an excellent catch. That ball was high, and he went up and pulled it down, but made such an effort to pull it down that by the time he came down, he didn't have his feet really set underneath him and was easy to be brought down. So now we have, looks like, about a 3rd and 8.
Chavez wide on the left side, the wide side, double slot in there. On the left side.
Craig Baum, the single setback.
Eagles show blitz. They come. Gutierrez hit as he throws, and it goes incomplete. As putting a big hit on Gutierrez was Cooper Dickerson.
First incompleted pass of the night for Gutierrez, and let's give Cooper Dickerson credit on that, as he laid a big hit, came in from the blind side. Craig Baum did a good job of picking up the blitzing linebacker, but the man that came across and brought down Gutierrez was the outside up man, which used to be a stand-up defensive end. Brawley's first punt of the evening.
4th and 8. And we're set for a Wildcat punt. Good snap. Rush, it's blocked. Craig Baum picks it up, looking for a block, looking for some running room, turns it upfield. He's made some yardage and gets it out across the 20 and steps out at about the 29-yard line.
And now we got a penalty flag coming in way late, so we'll see if this is a dead ball foul where the flag is thrown. It would be enough for a first down for the Wildcats. But Craig Baum, what an excellent job. He was all the way back. It looked like inside his 10-yard line.
He was inside the 10. He picked up the block punt and then turned it upfield and did all of that on his own, got it out to about the 34-yard line, and then it got a little bit chippy.
All the officials are standing on that same 34-yard line right now, which Craig Baum actually would end up with only a 3-yard loss on what could have been a 33-yard loss.
Gee, that's going to hurt his average, isn't it, John?
And now we're going to get a determination by the official as he comes out.
Personal foul against Southwest.
So that will be an automatic first down. So Craig Baum doesn't get the rush attempt. It will be a personal foul, first down. And that's the one thing Southwest didn't need after getting the first stop of the evening against these Wildcats. They go ahead and gift them a first down.
And again, unnecessary. There's no reason. Okay, it's 42-0. Control your emotions. And it is first down, but it is Southwest football is what they're showing.
Okay, so they're saying that it was a dead ball foul after the play. So
after the play was over.
So that will move the Eagles back 15 yards, and they will start first down on their own 43.
1st and 10, Eagles, best field position on their own 43 following a block punt. And the handoff, it is Enders. Enders once again slips and goes down. Longer cleats, okay? I know of what I speak. I always liked, the longest cleats I could get because it made me feel taller, John.
Yeah, Enders has slipped several times trying to make big cuts.
2nd and 11. And on the Wildcat, Joshua Enders will keep it. And again, brought down from behind. Beautiful closing speed by Jaden Figueroa. And Figueroa just tracked him down, caught up with him from behind.
he's listed at 5'11", 145, and he's playing a defensive end because of his speed, obviously.
It'll be a loss of about a yard. 3rd and 12. O'Gean from the shotgun. O'Gean back to pass, looking, dumps it off. Incomplete, and it was an incomplete pass. They're going to discuss whether it was a backwards pass, and it was not. So the Eagles get a gift. It wasn't so much a gift. They made the break themselves on a block punt and then couldn't do anything with it except move backwards. And they are saying it was a backwards pass, and it went out of bounds at the 50. It wasn't, John. I saw it.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's going to count as a rushing attempt because backward passes are rushes. Now O'Gean sets back on his own 38 to receive the snap for the punt.
High snap. He'll keep it and try and go up the middle, and he'll get it across the midfield stripe to about the 48 in Wildcat territory, but that's not good enough. Again, not a good snap. And O'Gean couldn't get a punt, so he just tucked it under his arm and went up the middle. So Ethan Gutierrez will bring his Wildcats out. Wildcats with a 42-0 lead. 8:45 to play in the third quarter.
And to have a running clock in the third quarter, both coaches must agree, so we do not know which coach has said that they will play the clock straight up. Fourth quarter, there is no option that will run.
Trips on the right side, the wide side. Craigbaum, the single setback. Gutierrez takes the snap, drops back, looking downfield, fires downfield. It's complete to Murillo. Murillo at the 30, the 20, the 10, touchdown.
So after making his first misfire in the previous series, now Gutierrez steps back and fires a nice 52-yard touchdown pass.
So Murillo with his second big score. If you're a member of the Joel Murillo Marching and Chowder Society, 52 yards. Not bad. Point after attempt. The snap is back. The kick is up. The kick is good. 8:36 to play in the third quarter. Our score. It is Brawley 49, Southwest nothing.
No matter what you need to keep your home cool and comfortable, R&K Air Conditioning has it. From complete temp star cooling systems to the latest in Wi-Fi capable thermostats, we have everything you need to stay comfortable. That's why you should make R&K Air Conditioning your first and only call for your cooling needs. Call 760-353-7570 or find us online at rkair.net. Temp Star, quality you can feel. Ray at Derma's Floor Covering would like to take this opportunity to say thank you, Imperial Valley, for your patronage. Derma's Floor Covering has been in business since 1978, working hard to satisfy customers with exceptional products and outstanding service. They're doing something right at Derma's Floor Covering, so if you're looking to replace your flooring, stop by Derma's Floor Covering and see the latest styles from the Shaw Floor Gallery, a gallery that will inspire you. Derma's also offers free estimates valley-wide. Stop by 220 North J Street in Imperial.
The kickoff is fielded and bounced at the 5. Looking for some running room is number 5, Joseph Enders. And Joseph brings it out to about the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Eagles on their own 30-yard line. The wind again at the Wildcats' back for the third quarter.
An excellent return by Enders. Caught it, did one little fake to the middle of the field, and then cut right up the sidelines and took it out for a nice 25-yard gain.
Joshua Enders, single setback. Joseph goes in motion. Joseph gets the handoff. Joseph gets a block, turns it upfield, and will cross the 35 out to the 36-yard line. He is brought down by Damian Reyes, and also in the tackle, Blake Krigbaum.
I want to give credit to Joshua Enders because he laid the big block on that defensive end that we've been calling tonight several times, Jaden Figueroa, and he just knocked him on his back.
And the handoff, it is Joshua Enders, turns it upfield. And picks up a first down. Carries it out to about the 43-yard line. That's where they'll spot it. Nathan Olguin was knocked down. And Coach wants to talk to the officials and say, why wasn't there a call there?
Yeah, I'm not sure if he took a timeout. I would assume he'd have
yes,
to
he did.
Because he's out on the field, so that would be Southwest timeout. As well away from the play, it was an end around with Enders running to the right side. Meanwhile, the quarterback, Olguin, was just kind of trotting to the left side and took a big shot. And rightfully so, Coach Haynes is wondering, if the play's to the other side of the field, then obviously the defense can't claim that they think he's got the football.
The Wildcats and the Eagles, 49-0, the Wildcats leading. We don't need it to get chippy, either side. And that is on the officials and the coaches. The coaches with much more influence than the officials in keeping things under control.
And all of that subtracted from the fact that it's been 2 good plays for a total of 13 yards on 2 carries by these Eagles.
1st and 10, Eagles from their own 43-yard line. Olguin hands off. It is Joshua Enders. This time he's hit and sandwiched after about a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, Enders continues to make that first tackle or miss for the Wildcats. Southwest has a nice little drive going, another 5-yard pickup. 2nd and 5.
So far, we have not seen any changes for the Wildcats on defense or on offense. This time, the Wildcats jump off. That's what I was talking about. That's what you got to work on. You don't do things like that.
Should be very close to a first down, and it is enough.
1st and 10. Top of the 8th inning, it's Houston 6, New York Yankees 3. And the handoff, it is Joshua Enders. Enders will be hit as he crosses the 40. And again, officials stepping right in as there was some pushing going on behind the play. And again, the officials can do so much.
And Carroll, let's not take away again from a great 8-yard first down run by the Eagles, Joshua Enders.
And the Eagles in motion, the wide out, was 3 yards downfield before the ball was snapped.
Yeah, they should have stopped.
And now,
the play. Now Holguin's going to get an unsportsmanlike
Olguin is getting an unsportsmanlike, talking to an official.
Yeah, first of all, the play should have been stopped because, as you called it, the wide receiver was 3 yards, 5 yards downfield before the ball was snapped. So I'm not sure why they did not blow the play dead. Secondly, Holguin was tackled for a loss. And then he was talking to the coach, to the referee, explaining the situation. So now we got motion. That will be declined. The unsportsmanlike will be accepted. So we'll just have to wait and see where they put the ball down. And it is a dead ball foul. So actually, Brawley, if they would have wanted to, could have taken the motion, which puts it back 5, and then the dead ball foul would put it back 15 more. But they're going to go ahead and march it back all the way to the 41-yard line.
Spotted on the 41. And that will bring up 2nd down and about 14.
Yeah, they will replay the down. It should be 2nd down. Nice 21-yard penalty, Carroll, because the quarterback obviously is in the backfield, so he's 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and that's where the penalty was called and enforced from that spot. Now the officials are talking to the
and it is a third down.
Because it was a dead ball foul.
Third and about 24. Olguin back to pass, looking, chased out of the pocket, and then he is dropped. Doesn't go down, but forward progress was called. Back at the 35. So it'll be fourth down.
Yeah, it's a loss of 6, so a very promising drive that picked up a couple first downs became unraveled, and now Southwest will punt. They had the ball on the Brawley Wildcat 39-yard line, Carroll, and now they're punting from their own 35.
And punting has been an adventure this evening. Olguin takes the snap. Olguin gets it away. It'll bounce at the 45, roll down, and be downed at the 36-yard line. It'll be first and 10, Brawley on their own 36-yard line.
When you crave Mexican food, are you not sure where to go? I'll give you a suggestion. La Fonda Bar and Grill. Yes, the Camacho family is still doing it right with freshly made Mexican food. From enchiladas to special quesadillas, and everything is handmade. And of course, Miss Camacho, she still comes in to make sure everybody's favorite chili rellenos are there. La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro. Open Wednesday through Monday for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Well, there hasn't been a lot of doubt as to the outcome of the game since the end of the first quarter when it was 28-0. It's now 49-0. We've got about 6 minutes to play in the third quarter. Brawley has the football. And we have a new quarterback. Must be the JV quarterback because he's not on the roster. And his snap count has to be totally different, because the ball never got snapped. So
that will move Brawley back 5 yards, bringing up first and 15. As you mentioned, Carroll, they did have their starters out for the first 2 possessions of the third quarter. Only got off 4 plays, scored 2 touchdowns.
Handoff is to the running back, and that is not Craig Baum, I can tell you that.
Yeah, the ball is on the ground, but I believe the whistle had blown.
And it's the loss of a couple of more yards. And again, I apologize, must be Adam Wheaton in at quarterback.
Yeah, Carroll, Brawley has rushed twice here in the third quarter for a -4 yards.
Chandler Self is in the backfield, double wing. Handoff is to Self. Self pushes the pile forward across close to the 35, spotted on the 34-yard line. It'll bring up third and about 12.
Self was able to push the pile out. First positive rush here in the third quarter for the Wildcats, after we mentioned the 2 rush attempts that were tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Caleb Salis is also in there at one of the wings. Handoff again, it is Self in the middle. Self will get a yard, that's it. Gang tackled by the Eagles.
And we should see Brawley's second punt of the evening.
The clock continues to run inside of 4 minutes, 20 seconds to play. Third quarter. It's high school football. We're live on AM 1230 KXO El Centro and on the World Wide Web at KXORadio.com. Enders deep to receive the expected punt. The wind at the punter's back. It is a high punt that'll bounce at about the 28 and be downed at the 21-yard line. It'll be first and 10. There is a flag on the play back at the line of scrimmage. So while they sort that out, we'll tell you 3:51 to play in the third quarter. 49-0 Brawley leads Southwest.
Bo and his team of employees at Stan's Auto Body are constantly striving on giving you 100% satisfaction on getting your vehicle repaired and fixed right. Stan's Auto Body is grateful from the support that they hear and being rated #1 with CarWise.com. Yes, accidents are disturbing, and Stan's Auto Body is here for you. Stan's Auto Body works with all insurance companies. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
At Tyler Insurance, we're proud to have served Imperial Valley's businesses and families since 1921. Now, as part of Gallagher, we're committed to bringing you the same team and exceptional service with expanded offerings in insurance, risk management, and consulting services. Together, we're dedicated to helping your business and your community face their future with confidence. Visit ajg.com/Tyler to learn more about our new partnership with Gallagher.
Well, the penalty holding against the Wildcats, the Eagles accepted the penalty. It remains 4th down, but now the line of scrimmage is the 25-yard line, and the Eagles expecting to get better field position out of the punt. Good snap, not much of a rush, nice, beautiful punt fielded by Enders, Joshua. Fair catch called for at the 33-yard line. The Eagles put it in play, 1st and 10 on their own 33-yard line. The Eagles come out with Nathan Olguin at quarterback. Joshua Enders in the backfield. Veliz wide on the right side. In the slot on the left side, it's Joseph Enders. Handoff it is to Joshua Enders. Joshua Enders hit and dropped. Jesse James Gutierrez stops him for maybe a yard. Spotted on the 34, gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
Yeah, Enders gave Gutierrez a stiff arm, and Gutierrez just grabbed a hold of it and threw him down. So probably Joshua learned that best not to do that.
Handoff is to Enders in motion from the left wing, looking to turn it upfield, and is smothered. Stays in bounds at the 36-yard line, so a pickup of another 2. It'll bring up 3rd and about 7.
An excellent run by Enders, as right at the end he feigned as if he was going to go out of bounds and then just turned up the field and got two more yards.
3rd and 7. Olguin back to pass. Olguin dumps it off underneath. It is Enders. Joshua who picks it up, brings it across the 45 to about the 48-yard line. So Olguin will pick up the 1st down.
Yeah, nice pickup of 9 yards. 2nd completed pass. 1st here in the 2nd half. 3rd 1st down for the Eagles.
And a handoff again, Joshua Enders, and a flag comes in.
Yeah, it looks like we either had a horse collar or a face mask there to bring Enders down as he was putting his A moves on the Brawley defender.
So they're
going to pick the
wave
flag
off
up
the flag.
Because for the horse collar, you actually have to hook the collar, and I believe that the Brawley guy just grabbed him by the shoulder pads.
No gain. 2nd and 10. Olguin, and a little bit of a mix-up in the backfield. Olguin will have to keep the ball. He tried to hand it off to Samuel Arredondo. First time we've called his name tonight, John.
Right, Sammy had been the kicker, and is what happened there is Sammy either didn't hear the play or didn't realize he was to carry the ball, so Olguin did the best he could. He followed where the hole was supposed to be for that play and picked up some yards, put it in Brawley territory on the 48-yard line.
It'll be 3rd and 7. Olguin rolling to his right, dumps it off, and it goes incomplete. I'm not even sure who that was intended for, John.
Yeah, I believe he just threw it away because he saw that everybody was covered, so he just threw it away.
Justin Villafana was in the area. He's a sophomore, getting some playing time tonight.
And that will stop the clock.
4th and about 7.
Brawley now sending out a whole lot of fresh uniforms here.
Olguin to do the punting. Good snap. Nice kick into the wind, but it's a short one.
Oh, it touched the Brawley player. Let's see if Southwest got it.
Let's see who got it. It was a short kick and kind of took a crazy bounce the way a football will. And some scuffling underneath the pile, and the Eagles get the football.
Yeah, it hit a Brawley Wildcat in the leg as he did not see the ball. He was one of the up blockers. And very alertly for the Southwest Eagles, let's give a shout out to Andrew Fuentes. Andrew Fuentes with the fumble recovery.
So it will be 1st and 10 Eagles. They have the ball on the Wildcat 33. Olguin hands off. Arredondo will be run out of bounds. And pushing him out of bounds. Must be another JV player, John. Not on the roster.
Yeah, Arredondo was able to pick up about 3 positive yards. His first carry of the evening.
It is 2nd and 8. Arredondo now in the backfield. Looking to pass. Olguin will keep it. Olguin will get hit by 3 different players.
We've got flags again on the field. There's a lot of stuff that's going on at the conclusion and even after the whistle of that play. Let's see what the referees are going to do.
Adam Salazar is the one that made the tackle, and I think there's going to be a call on a late hit.
Blow to the head was the call, so this will be another first down. And it will be a big one. It will be 15 yards. That should put the ball down. Looks like they're going to stop marching all the way inside the 15 to the 14-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 14. We've got 50 seconds to play in the third quarter. Arredondo with the football. Arredondo hitting the backfield, gets away, turns it upfield, looking for some running room, and will go down at about the 24-yard line. And it will be 2nd and 9.
Arredondo able to pick up a yard on that. Excellent job of making something out of nothing.
Arredondo remains the running back.
Olguin has the call from the sidelines, ready to put it in action now as we get near the end of the third quarter.
And reverse, it is the pitch went back to Enders, Joseph Enders. He threw downfield looking for Nathan Olguin. Olguin slipped as he tried to make a cut. The pass went incomplete, but a little bit of razzle-dazzle that just didn't do anything, John.
Except it ended the third quarter, so that will be it, as now the teams will change sides.
At the end of 3 quarters of play, our score, it is Brawley 49 and Southwest nothing.
When you're hungry and you want delicious home-style cooking, there are 2 locations in the Imperial Valley that have the best. Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley, open 7 days a week, 5:30 a.m. to 3 p.m., offering delicious breakfast and lunch entrees, including ribeye steak, liver and onions, and meatloaf every Tuesday. The Original Town Pump in Westmoreland is open 4 p.m. till 9 p.m. They're closed Mondays. Brownie's Diner in Brawley and the Original Town Pump in Westmoreland.
It's high school football heading into the fourth quarter. Brawley leading Southwest 49-0. Southwest with the football and with their best opportunity of the night. And yes, we will have a running clock in the fourth quarter.
Well, let's go ahead and describe that last play. Enders received the handoff from Olgian on an end around. Then he pitched it back to the other Enders, who then was throwing it to Olgian, breaking down the middle. But nothing went right on that play, so now it's third down.
Olguin with the snap. Olguin hands off. It is Arredondo. Arredondo running east and west instead of north and south. And he will get the ball down to about the 12-yard line. And on the tackle there for the Wildcats, Mino Chavez.
And let's give Arredondo credit. He ran about 45 yards to pick up those two.
It is fourth down and about 6, and the Eagles will go for it. Arredondo single setback. Veliz wide on the right side. Olguin back to pass. Olguin will keep it on the quarterback keeper. Gets it down, and they hit the pylon. It's a touchdown.
So Olguin picks up the touchdown on a very nice 11-yard run on fourth down, as he is down right there at the pylon. We're already missing Benji Alvarez, who did not suit up tonight. Obviously a very important player, both offense and defense, linebacker for these Eagles. And now Olguin is down as well after that touchdown.
So the Eagles do get the score, but they've got their quarterback banged up. And he got it down, got it right at the pylon. Stretched out, pushed the ball into the pylon. Olguin comes limping off. He's been limping all evening, John.
Yes. But it looks like he's going to be okay. Getting congratulations. Good to see that, as now Southwest will line up for the PAT.
Arredondo will try the point after out of the hold of Enders. Good snap. Kick is up. And the kick is good. So, with 10 minutes to play in the football game, the Eagles get on the board. Our score, Brawley 49, Southwest 7. The Eagles went 67 yards on 6 plays. And the final play was an 11-yard run by Nathan Olguin. The point after attempt by Samuel Arredondo was good.
Hacienda Snack Bar, bringing you catering at its best for your next party or event. They'll do it right. Let them do the work for you. From appetizers to full course meals, like their tri-tip dinner with their famous cheesy potatoes. Call Hacienda Snack Bar today for your next event at 344-5542. That's 344-5542. Or stop by Hacienda Snack Bar, 941 K Street in Brawley.
It's high school football. We're live on AM 1230 KXO, El Centro, California. And that kickoff blown dead before it gets underway. So we'll have to see what the call is.
Yeah, I don't see a flag.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO El Centro.
Yeah, there's no violation on the play, Carroll. They just said that they were supposed to wait for the whistle, and they didn't get the whistle from the ref for the all's clear, let's go. So they'll just kick it again, no violation. Brawley has 10 players up on the 40, 50-yard line and 1 player standing on the 10-yard line.
Deep kick. And it is fielded at the 5, out to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. across the 25 and out close to the 30-yard line. A nice return by the Wildcats, Damian Reyes.
Yeah, Damian Reyes is a starter on the offense, and he's been getting some playing time tonight, both offense and defense, as now the clock does wind up again.
And in the top of the 8th inning, Houston with a 6-3 lead over the Yankees.
Clock is in motion. Brawley comes up with the veer power running formation that they have been doing for years and years.
Long count. Take your time.
Still waiting.
And the handoff to the setback, Caleb Salis. Salis, the junior, will pick up a couple of yards.
That is the best way to run your formation without actually taking a knee in the victory formation. They just let the clock run down all the way to the last second, and then just a straight handoff between the two guards. So bringing up 2nd and 8 as the clock continues to move.
Inside of 7.5 minutes to play in this game. Handoff right up the middle, and Salis again. He picks up about 6. So they keep the clock moving. They move the football.
And all we can tell you is number 25 is the quarterback. We do not have him in the program, so assuming, as you said, he's probably the JV quarterback. 25 is an unusual number to have at the quarterback position.
3rd and a yard. So there's the single setback. Handoff, it is Salis, and he gets the first down as he crosses the 40 out to about the 42-yard line. 6.5 minutes to play. The clock continues to run.
That is only the second first down here in the second half for the Wildcats.
1st and 10. A lot of clean jerseys in on the Wildcat side.
Same with Southwest. They've been running fresh players out there this entire second half, including AC Garcia.
Handoff again. And this time it's Richard Ramirez. Ramirez with his first carry. He picks up about 7 yards.
Had both hands wrapped tightly around the football, which again shows Coach John Self attention to detail.
Ramirez, the single setback, double wing. Taking all the time they can. And a fumble on the exchange, but it looks like Brawley retained possession.
And was able to push the pile at least a yard or two forward to bring up now 3rd and short.
5 minutes to play in the ball game. 49-7, the Wildcats lead. It is Salis, I believe, is now back in the backfield.
Yeah,
taking turns.
Brandon Guerrero just came out for the defensive line of the Eagles.
Salis with the football. Salis picks up the first down. And that'll move the chains and keep the clock running. Spotted on the 45 in Southwest territory. 4 minutes to play. So, John, we got a night off tomorrow night. What are you going to do? Go to a football game?
Yeah, probably not.
Okay.
I'll listen to Mickey on the radio.
And that's a reminder, Mickey Dale, George Grijalva will be live on AM 1230 tomorrow night. What promises to be a better game than what we've had tonight, John? Salis again with the football. He'll pick up 5 yards down to the 40. Runs a bit straight up and down.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough game for Central tomorrow. Imperial has talent. They do every year, and they always play better on their own field where the game will be at tomorrow. And Central, they've shown some signs of cracks in the armor this year. So,
now, the game is at Cal Jones Field, John.
Oh, excuse me, I thought it was at Imperial. So that should give Central a boost. But as we've said, we've seen some cracks in the Central armor this year.
Handoff, it is Richard Ramirez. Not to be confused with Tracy's husband, Rick Ramirez. It is third down at about 4.
One more first down, and Brawley would be able to go in the victory formation.
I think they'll just keep doing what they're doing. Can't hurt. And you're getting some kids some playing time that haven't been out there. It is Ramirez, and Ramirez is wrapped up and dropped after about a 2-yard gain. That'll bring up a 4th down. And on the tackle there, Andrew Puentes.
We would not expect to see a punt here from Brawley. It's in the Eagles' own side of the field. They're going to mark the ball on the 38-yard line. So 4th and about 3.5.
And the clock continues to run. We're inside of 2 minutes to play. Take your time. The officials will give them a warning when to take the snap. And it is Salis. And Salis picks up the first down.
That may be the final actual play. They will have to take a knee a couple times, but Brawley does not need to run any more plays. They can take the victory formation if that's what they choose to do.
Well, with what they've been doing, it's basically the same thing.
Yeah, just running between guards.
And safe, no worries.
The referee now is coming up.
They will go into the victory formation.
So that will conclude the game here. Brawley's going to come away with a 49-7 victory, moving to 3-0 in the IVL.
Taking a knee. They'll do it one more time, and then everybody can go home. It has not, from a Eagles standpoint, this has not been a work of art at all.
Yeah, they have been good hosts. They've certainly helped the Wildcats with varying penalties and blown assignments on the defensive side of the football, as both teams now are lining up on the 50-yard line. We'll have one more snap, and that will conclude the game.
And that is it. That's our ball game. Everything's over but the final gun and the final score. It is 49-7. The Brawley Wildcats defeat the Southwest Eagles.
Flautas y sopes. Delicious, authentic Mexican food. Just $6.49 for a dozen flautas. Combo meals for any appetite. With 3 locations in the Valley. 715 Cesar Chavez Boulevard in Calexico. 1531 Ford Drive next to Foods for Less in El Centro. And 1622 South 4th Street next to Soul Market in El Centro. Open Monday through Saturday 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sundays 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. in Calexico and 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. in El Centro. Don't forget, you can go online for our menu and call in your order ahead of time. Flautas y sopes. The real deal.
Ray at Dermis Floor Covering would like to take this opportunity to say thank you, Imperial Valley, for your patronage. Dermis Floor Covering has been in business since 1978, working hard to satisfy customers with exceptional products and outstanding service. They're doing something right at Dermis Floor Covering, so if you're looking to replace your flooring, stop by Dermis Floor Covering and see the latest styles from the Shaw Floor Gallery, a gallery that will inspire you. Dermis also offers free estimates valley-wide. Stop by 220 North J Street in Imperial. No matter what you need to keep your home cool and comfortable, R&K Air Conditioning has it. From complete temp star cooling systems to the latest in Wi-Fi capable thermostats, we have everything you need to stay comfortable. That's why you should make R&K Air Conditioning your first and only call for your cooling needs. Call 760-353-7570 or find us online at rkair.net. Temp Star, quality you can feel.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical California high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the California Interscholastic Federation and the California State Athletic Directors Association.
Well, an IVL contest that goes in favor of the Brawley Wildcats 49-7. It's easy enough to recap the Southwest Eagles scoring drive. Just one. 67 yards on 6 plays. 1 incomplete pass, the other 5 on the ground. And the touchdown, well, it was Nathan Holguin from 11 yards out to hit the pylon and score. The point after attempt, Samuel Arredondo made it good. Tonight, it's a Thursday night. It's the only game in town. The Friday Night Lights features tomorrow. Well, a lot of football action tomorrow night. Holtville Vikings will host the Mountain Empire Redhawks. The Vincent Memorial Scots will take on the Calipatria Hornets. Palo Verde Yellow Jackets are in Calexico. And the Imperial Tigers and the Central Spartans will tee it up at Cal Jones Field in El Centro tomorrow evening. Mickey Dale, George Grijalva will be on the air. Yeah, they'll be on the web, but they'll also be on the air on AM 1230 KXO starting at 6:45 tomorrow evening. So a whole host of football activity coming up in the Valley tomorrow night, and we certainly hope that you tune in. The Imperial Central Spartans game is going to be a good one. Teams come in very evenly matched, and they should have a good one.
Bo and his team of employees at Stan's Auto Body are constantly striving on giving you 100% satisfaction on getting your vehicle repaired and fixed right. Stan's Auto Body is grateful from the support that they hear and being rated #1 with CarWise.com. Yes, accidents are disturbing, and Stan's Auto Body is here for you. Stan's Auto Body works with all insurance companies. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Well, John Driffle, what kind of numbers have you got for us?
Well, they show exactly what the scoreboard shows. The Brawley came in here and dominated the game, winning it 49-7. And as we take a look here, we can see that Brawley ran the ball 31 times from scrimmage for 224 yards, 4 or 5 the super freshman quarterback Gutierrez for 164 yards, giving Brawley 388 total yards, 10 first downs. They did have the 1 fumble that was picked up by the Eagles' Andrew Puentes. Southwest ran the ball 56 times from scrimmage for 106 yards. 2 for 11 was Olgian tonight for 22 yards, giving Southwest 128 total yards, 11 first downs. Olgian also had 1 interception. Individually rushing the football for the Eagles, Joseph Enders, 11 carries for 50 yards. His brother Joshua Enders, 29 carries for 38 yards. Nathan Olgian, 10 carries for 3 yards and the touchdown. Also getting 2 carries in the first half, Eddie Valise on bad snaps while he was in punt formation for no yards. And Ivan Zamora had 1 carry for 9 yards in the first half, and Sammy Arredondo had 3 carries for 6 yards in the second half. The 2 pass completions were completed to the 2 Enders brother. Joseph had 1 for 10 yards, and Joshua 1 for 12 yards. So all in all, Brawley now will gather themselves to move ahead in the IVL. Meanwhile, Central and Imperial play tomorrow. Should be a tough game. And I believe that as we're moving forward, next week, Carroll, the second to the last week of the IVL. And if I'm not mistaken, Central will be going to Palo Verde for their homecoming game. And Southwest will be playing, I believe it's the Eagles, with the Brawley Wildcats playing the Calexico Bulldogs. We'll be back with more after this.
Well, that's about it, John. There's not much else we can do. 49-7, the final score here tonight. We have no other final scores because there were no other high school football games on the air tonight. The top of the ninth inning, it's the Astros 7-3 over the Yankees. And, 30-6. The final score, Kansas City topped the Denver Broncos, but it was costly. Patrick Mahomes with a patella dislocation. So that's where it stands. Mickey and George tomorrow night, 6:45 on AM 1230 KXO. And next week, John and I will be in Imperial, the Central Spartans and the Imperial Tigers in Imperial. No, it'll be, we'll be somewhere. We'll be here. So anyway, we'll be bringing you that action on AM 1230. That's it. We want to thank Kurt Hoffman for his technical assistance, our producer-engineer Gabe Lemus, also Pablo Brizuela IV, and John Driffle. I'm Carroll Buckley. Thanks for tuning in. You're listening to KXO, El Centro, California.
It's like a trip through time.